Thank you everyone. Julius Senyumba here for Nalubade Sports, Goloko. With me, I'm joined with Dennis Musari, that's the Uganda Cricket Association Head of Communication. You can call him PRO.
Heading what you gumizanya.
Hey, only one man. So yes, Dennis.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Uganda, you are playing his first game.
Yeah.
Chasing another sweep. Because we did well when we were away, now we are at home. That's and true. We need to do well.
Yeah.
According to the captain of the team, that's Brian Masaba, he said it will depend on the conditions. And if he wins the toss, still the decision will depend on the conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team is nice and relaxed. We're not panicking or anything like that. We believe we've prepared well. We've had quite a number of months to get ready just for this tournament. And yeah, we're excited to play at home. So again, it's not panic stations. It's just reminding ourselves of how well we've prepared and what we need to do to get the job done tomorrow.
I don't know. Personally, I'm always more confident chasing runs because I thrive a lot under pressure, but I'm not everyone, and the team has its own decision to make. But I think they are very, very familiar with the conditions. Really, like you mentioned, once they get here, normally you make that decision when you get to see the ground. You may sleep with a premeditated mind that I'm going to bat first, and then you come to Lugogo and it's overcast, which will be a wrong decision. So I think they will make that decision when they come here in the morning. They will choose what to do, but they've been pretty confident chasing runs especially we saw that in Namibia and also in Oman. They chased down a couple of runs. So I think it will really depend on the conditions of the day, but whatever comes, like the coach mentioned, they prepared for both skills. So they haven't focused on only one thing that they are good at, but they will focus on a lot of skills that they can be able to execute on that particular day. So we'll wait and see what happens. Ultimately, it will come down to bat and ball. That is the most important contest. Who scores the most runs, who gets the most wickets. So ultimately, I feel that from where I'm standing, they're very, very confident about what they can be able to do on the day, and they should be able to get the win against Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, speaking about the coach, Lawrence Matlani, for him, he's saying he's excited to be at home. The boys playing at home in front of their families, their friends, and the entire Uganda at large.
I think we've had a good preparation. We've spoken throughout these last couple of weeks about how long we've been preparing for this tournament, and it's exciting. It's exciting to come home to the home ground, Lugogo Oval, and see it looking so stunning. I think the boys are excited, really looking forward to performing on home soil. We do quite a lot of in-depth analysis and research, and from our side we also look and focus on our game in terms of what we're looking to do and what we're looking to execute. So it's a bit of both. You make sure you know what the opposition has got, but you also make sure that you execute your game plans.
You've been at such situations, and the Under-20 World Cup, Under-19 World Cup, and what's that pressure that comes with playing at home?
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. Sometimes the only time I think I was really under pressure at home was my mom used to come and watch Cricket Week finals, Mwiri, and what. There's a lot of pressure around it. You want to impress, you want to make people happy. Yeah. Maybe you've been chasing that girl and telling Andy Wakabi, and then she's like, Wendy, and then, you know, things
and
could,
you get it dark.
Yes, things could go south for you. But ultimately, I mean, for Lawrence Mahatlani in particular, he was specifically hired for this particular tournament. So for him, this is the most important. All the other things have happened. Yes, they were good, but I think for him, this is what he came here to do, because when we do well here, we are chasing an ODI dream that we could be able to deliver for this country. So I think for him, he's really ready. He's excited. He's been here for the last 2 years, so he's been wondering, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And finally, it's going to happen. So I think he's very, very excited, and ultimately, he's very confident in the team he has selected, and the boys, they've prepared well. They've had all the experience that they needed to have. So it should go well for them, and we hope that they can make Ugandan fans happy.
Take us through the map of Lugogo tomorrow, when all fans opt to come and enjoy Uganda.
Tomorrow we are expecting a lot of people to come through. Uganda, of course, will be playing its first game against Jersey. We've had a bit of I would say, a brief downpour, not a lot of rain. It has already been soaked up by the ground, but we know that we have sorted the rain, guys, so tomorrow should be dry. But if you're very familiar with Lugogo, normally the only way the usual access is via the Lugogo bypass. There's a gate around this area, which the tennis people normally use. This is one of the entrances we expect people to use, but not very, very popular with people who are coming for cricket.
Yes.
But if you go through here, there's an opportunity for you to sit. There's a tent here. There's an opportunity for you to sit. There's a tent closer to the scoreboard. And there's also a tent just before the gate that takes you to the tennis club. And then there's another gate, there's another tent around the Cow Corner region. So this is if you're using this entrance. But if you go all the way around and you're going to come through via Shell and through the main entrance into the Lugogo Arena, we expect you to be seated in the pavilion, which is the normal Madala for those of you who come here.
Yep.
This area, which is called the PMO, is going to be an area just below the dressing rooms, and it is very, very restricted. Only the players and the match officials will be in this area. That's why it's called the PMO area. We do not expect anyone, if you don't have, we have this kind of tags, but the color, this is the only color that allows you in the PMO area. I have one of those. And this is the only color that allows you in the PMO area. So the security that will be here, if you don't have this color, you're not allowed in here. You're not allowed in here because internet is not allowed in this area. So the players, their smartphones are taken away even before they get into this zone. So that's for match fixing purposes. But everyone else will be expected to be in the pavilion. Just below the pavilion, there will be our hospitality tent where we have a few invited guests like Dennis Onyango, the former overcoming back cricket cranes, cranes player. And then, of course, our media people will also be in here. And the ICC TV team will be somewhere around here as well. But critically, we had mentioned that these two things, which are the screens around Lugogo, we don't
the black big walls.
Yeah, the black big balls. We don't encourage people to walk in front of them, especially if the action is happening. If you want to walk past them, you need to go around. That's because if you walk in front of them, you're interfering with the play. So that is something people need to note when you're around here, because maybe you want to see your friend who's on the other side, or you want to access the toilet. Just be keen on not walking in front of the screens. You have to walk behind them, not to interfere with the play. So basically, this is the rundown of how Lugogo will be looking like tomorrow. And hopefully, we have made sure that we put in place a very good experience for everyone who's going to come. There are a lot of people who come who know nothing about cricket. And you want them to keep coming even when you have other events. So we've made sure that we have a very good fun experience for them. And we are pretty confident that we'll be able to pull it off. Vendors and service providers, we've made sure that they are closer to the pavilion. Sits more people than any other place on the ground. So we've made sure that all the service providers, food, drinks, whatever you want, ice cream, popcorn, tea, juice, they'll all be close to the pavilion area where the fans will be, to make sure that it's easy for people to get something that of their convenience.
Well, you've heard it from Dennis Musari, that's the Uganda Cricket Association, PRO, who played at Under-19 World Cup, played for the national team, currently for Wanderers.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can see behind us, players are walking onto the pitch, feeding it. Preparations are ongoing. Final touches, I could say. For Narubare Sports, Julius Senyimba, Goloko.